Once again, we're back. It's the What It Takes Radio Company, and we're here to help you reach your audience. And welcome to the Impact Zone, where we make good friends, we grow your audience, help you be an influencer, and perhaps make you someone who does service over self. And today, remember that you are in the business of helping people change something. Let's talk about that. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stan. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Interesting Ideas. And we're going to continue this week kind of in the impact zone. Remember, what we're trying to do in life in many ways is we're trying to make a difference. We're trying to find if we can make an impact, that we can have influence, maybe some insight, and in some ways impact others. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that today. And first of all, though, we're going to introduce it by taking you to something that's very familiar to almost everybody today, but you may not know quite the origins of it or just how important it really is. So here we go.
Short on your dough, you can stay there, and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's
Well, there we go. Many of you know. Of course, that is the YMCA song that Donald Trump has made one of his theme songs, and it is now worldwide famous. Though many of you know that that was the original, done by what were called the People's Village, and there they are, some guys who did it because they were happy with what had happened to them at the McBurney Avenue YMCA in New York City. That's right. That's what it was. And that's where the song came from. Now, of course, how that connects is they were talking about a place that they had gone that had helped them, that had changed them, that had helped them change. And if you will actually go through all of the lyrics, and I would encourage you to do that, they're quite motivational. They're quite moving. And in effect, it's saying that you will learn lessons about life and how to change things and make your life better at the YMCA. And of course, that was true. And in fact, as someone had said, it not only was the Young Men's Christian Association, which it really was, it was also the way that young men can change their aspirations. They can change who they are and what they're aspiring to do. And of course, as I've pointed out many times, the world famous book, hey, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, that book was not written. In fact, it was performed. It was a series of evening presentations and performances given to some young men who wanted to make it, and how to win friends and influence people. Actually, it was taken down by a woman who did the shorthand. Remember that? Who took notes of what he said, and the notes were then put together, and that came with the original book. And of course, it's been around for almost 80 years and is still somewhat of a bestseller. And it all happened because some young men were at the YMCA, and Dale Carnegie, who had gone through the life lesson himself and had stayed at the Y, was giving a little presentation series in the evening to young men who wanted to change their lives and their aspirations. There's a lesson for us there. Now, very simply, I want to say today, because we're all quite busy and things are going on, we are in the midst of Donald Trump and many others trying to make some significant changes, maybe even transformations, and it's going to be a rather controversial affair because everybody has a very different version of what change should happen and what changes should be made and what changes should not be made. And so we're going to, as a society and as a culture, we're going to have to, work that out. And that's what we're in. Now, I often point out, and this is part of my coaching, I said, by the way, keep in mind that if you are in business, that's right. Are you in business? Yes, everybody has a business, or you work for a business of some kind. And every business is trying to make people change in some way. Now, remember this now. Every business wants you to do something you don't want to do. That's right. Every business is in the business of making you do something you don't want to do. Well, what is that? They want you to give them some money. Yeah. They want you to buy something. They want you to, buy something, give something. Well, we don't want to do that. We want to keep our money. We don't want to give it to somebody else. We want to keep it. However, what they're doing is they're trying to say, we have something that you would like and enjoy. And if they're good enough to get us to say, we really would like that, we like that so much or want it so much, we will actually give you money for it. And so we do something we would prefer not to do. We give them money because we think we would like to have that. We'd like to change our situation in some way. We want to get rid of something, or we want to have something, or we want to do something that we think it's worth trading in some of our money for that, product, that service, that experience, that good feeling, that chance, whatever. Remember, most of us are in the business of living with the three M's. We are, in many cases, we're trying to make more money so we can have more things, opportunities, whatever. Now, part of when we teach people how to market themselves, we're basically teaching people how to be so valuable and helpful and useful that people will give you money. Now, that's why I'm going to encourage you right now to come up with what I tell every business they have to do. They have to figure out how they believe people change. What is it that goes in? How do people change? Why do they change? How can they change? And you have to have a theory of change. Now, for instance, some people believe that if you give people enough information, they will change. If you give people enough education, they will change. Do you believe that? Some people believe if you give people money, they will change. What is your theory of change? Now that opens up everything. How well do you understand the human condition? How well do you understand your audience? Now, what are your aspirations? What are their aspirations? Now, this is a fake you all know this. I don't really have this office. It's a nice, simple office. I like it. And it's got the IMAX, which I love. But this is fake. It's not real. You know that. It's in this age of AI, it's fake. Now, it does make me feel a little bit like, well, I finally have reached it. I've got my studio in the other room. And by the way, I have 2 or 3 nice people working for me. And we have this very pleasant office. Now, there's a part of me that would like to aspire that I would be able to move my studio to a place where I could have a nice office with, there's greenery in the background, and we could come to work. Coming to work is important. Being with people you like to work with is important. That's what we forgot about the COVID experience of stay at home, do at home work. And then in the next room, we will go in, after we have our meetings, we will go into the studio room, and then we will do creation. And after we do creation, we will go into the hospitality room where we will enjoy our hospitality and our friendship. Yeah. So all of that is an aspiration. Am I changed by the power of my aspirations? How do people change? What will help them change? How do they change? How will they change significantly? And every business and every organization has to, whether they know it or not, come up with what I will call a theory of aspiration. That's your little thought assignment. If you want to thrive in 25, you need to understand what makes you change. What makes others change? How can we best help people to do what they don't want to do, and that is to give us things that we want? How can we do that in such a way that our situation, our aspiration, our desires come into reality? How do people change? Just let that sit on your head for a while, maybe stir your mind, maybe even touch your heart, and tell me what you came up with. How do people change? Well, I'll tell you one good way to help people change. Bless them. And that's why I always say, best and blessings to you. I want you to be blessed because blessings helps people change. That's the business of blessings. All the best to you. Till next time, I'm Stan Houston. Reach out to me because I can help you in a number of ways. I'll get you on the radio, which you want to do. I can get you on television, which you have to do. And I can help you build a business that will help you make more money. Now, bye for now. Thank you.